Isaac Pitbull Cruz ha estado arrasando últimamente. Desde que llegó hasta la distancia con Gervonta Davis en 2021, ha sido un hombre en una misión. Él no simplemente se quedó sentado, salió y dominó a tipos como Yuriorkis Gamboa, Rolly Romero y Omar Salcido. Viéndolo conectar esas combinaciones pesadas y ese gancho de izquierda característico, es obvio lo que está haciendo. Está haciendo imposible para Tank ignorarlo. Cruz básicamente está limpiando la división para probar que merece esa revancha. Y a este punto, no solo está pidiendo otra oportunidad contra Davis, se la ha ganado. Pero antes de que descubramos exactamente cómo podría ir una revancha, primero tendremos que echar un vistazo a cómo fue la primera pelea entre los dos. Gervonta Davis versus Isaac Cruz 1. En diciembre de 2021, Isaac Pitbull Cruz entró para enfrentar a Gervonta Davis con poco aviso después de que Rolando Romero se retirara de su pelea por el título ligero de la WBA. Cruz trajo una agresión cruda diferente a cualquier cosa que Davis había enfrentado. Mientras Tank dependía de poder calculado, el Pitbull trajo presión sin parar y cero miedo. Fue un clásico choque de ritmos, con el estilo caótico de guerra en corta distancia de Cruz enfrentándose contra la precisión élite de Tank. El mundo observó para ver si la fuerza bruta finalmente podría romper al campeón.
Stop, don't punch. You're good.
Isaac Cruz versus Lamont Roach. Aunque Cruz perdería por una decisión cerrada, él probó que incluso a la joven edad de 22 años tenía un potencial inmenso y con una sólida racha de victorias y actuaciones de alto octanaje, una revancha con Gervonta era inevitable. Así que el Pitbull comenzó su cacería. El 6 de diciembre de 2025, la división superligera tomó el centro del escenario, mientras Isaac Cruz se enfrentó a Lamont Roach Jr. por el título interino del WBC. Esta no era solo otra pelea, era una colisión de altas apuestas entre dos hombres en una encrucijada de carrera. Cruz entró al ring con algo que demostrar, desesperado por reclamar su estatus después de perder su cinturón más temprano en el año. Trajo esa presión aterradora que hace sentir a los oponentes como si las paredes se estuvieran cerrando. Frente a él, Roach llegó con un impulso masivo, subiendo de peso y cargando la confianza de un peleador que sentía que ya había probado que podía manejar a los mejores del mundo. Mientras Cruz buscaba abrumar y destruir, Roach dependía de contragolpes afilados y timing de veterano para desactivar la bomba. Fue una prueba clásica de si la fuerza bruta podría triunfar sobre un IQ boxístico élite.
Roach is going to take his time, and he said, look, we know that Pitbull has a problem with lateral movement, but if you think he's only going to box, Mo, Roach told us one thing, no one's going to walk straight forward into me with no head movement and not pay for it.
Low center of gravity, that crouch very reminiscent of Mike Tyson in terms of getting down low and then exploding. Cruz just marching forward. Roach on his back foot gets tagged.
You always have to wonder when someone's a crowd favorite like this, what does that do to the three judges scoring ringside if the action is close?
Yeah, not a lot of punches landed by Cruz.
They both have landed 10 punches. They're both throwing similar amounts, so a competitive start here. Less than a minute left in round one. But Roach looks uncomfortable.
Really uncomfortable.
Good counter right hand there from Roach. Roach did well, though, in the final minute to gain back some respect with those clean counters.
Nice left hand upstairs by Cruz.
This jab, there you go, little step back. Make him miss,
Nice
make him
left
pay.
hand by Roach upstairs. But Cruz gets to the body, but the counter right hand, the catch and shoot by Roach, who will impose their will.
There's a jab from Cruz.
Nice right hand by Cruz.
It all started with that jab.
Jabs are few and far between in the Cruz arsenal.
Cruz said part of the reason why he wanted this fight is he didn't believe that Roach would run. He saw how Roach fought Tank Davis, and he knew that he could give the fans this type of fight against him.
Both of them gave Gervonta Davis a tough night in the office. Of course, Davis was compromised against Cruz, the injured left hand, but no excuses against Roach. As I mentioned, statistically, it's dead even.
This is how you're going to keep the fight interesting if you're Cruz.
Ringing throughout the Frost Bank Center. Pitbull goes to the body.
Right. I got no problem.
Yeah, Roach got to wait for those single shots from Cruz, time them, and counterpunch it with that hook, or either strike right hand coming in. There it was.
Cruz misses with the left hook wildly.
Roach said this week he thought the most dangerous part about Pitbull was his confidence. So the biggest thing he can do to mess with that confidence is make Cruz miss and make him pay. You got to give Roach this. He looked like the bigger man against Tank Davis at 135. He's filled out beautifully into 140 tonight.
Nice right hand there from Roach inside. Cruz has to try to... left hook, and the glove touch. Roach hit with the left hand. It's a knockdown, and it's the first knockdown of Roach's career, and it happens here in round three.
Come here.
Back there in round three, Cruz landing the biggest punch, a counter left hook that backed up Roach, correctly ruled a knockdown as the glove hit the canvas by referee James Green. It was the timing.
Where was he in Brooklyn when he fought Davis?
Exactly. First blood delivered here by Pitbull. It broke open. A very competitive start here. As you can see, that glove touch.
The left hand of Isaac Cruz. A Cruz missile dropping Roach, and Cruz opening up as this crowd erupts. So Cruz draws first blood with the knockdown here in the third.
Roach seems to have his legs under him. But what an explosive shot to drop him.
Another left lands. Roach.
Good punch.
Again, Again, very effective with the left hooks. Cruz.
With the combinations for Pitbull, Cruz throws a lot, starting with the body, and he always finishes upstairs. Same hook. Yeah, but I mean, if you have more in your arsenal, you could box. Why not do it?
We know the boxers are the ones who hurt Cruz. Jose Valenzuela beat him with boxing. Giovanni Cabrera really made it a tough night with his boxing. And Roach could do the same thing.
But counter shots from Roach on the inside.
Nice counter right by Cruz, and the chopping right hand by Roach. Scheduled for 12 rounds at 140 pounds. Roach making his junior welterweight debut. Has already gone down as Cruz comes forward. There's a jab. Cruz with the advantage in terms of body shots, and that certainly speaks to his dimensions as well, Brian, because he's so low. But that left hand over the top.
Pitbull Cruz leading with the right hand of the body and an open left hook upstairs.
Nice left hook to the liver. There's the double jab right hand. Well done by Cruz. Roach trying to physically manhandle. Oh, another left hand lands for Cruz. Roach is being drawn into a firefight.
Him there for going low, but continuing to have success on the inside. A lead right uppercut from the back foot.
With the jab body, hook upstairs, and the inside punch is the uppercut.
Putting that to the test.
Oh, right hand lands for Cruz upstairs. And Roach is standing right in front of him. Lead right uppercut and the left hand from Cruz. Oh, left hook upstairs, clip. Jabbing finally, trying to keep Pitbull at bay. And again gets clipped.
Right, I got you, no punch. I got you. Done.
Round number 6.
Right.
There's one thing to say, Abner, that Cruz makes you fight the style of fight, but
Yes, he
Roach
does.
is meeting him there each sequence.
Nice left hand lands from Cruz. First time in his career, nice double left hook to the body and upstairs by Cruz. There's a combination from Roach.
Little things that Roach could do different to make this fight easier for him.
Remember, Cruz has been docked points before. A headbutt against Giovanni Cabrera 2 years ago. A low blow against Jose Matias Romero back in 2021.
Minute left here in round 6. Man, Roach just needs to try to keep him at the end of his jab, but he's being drawn into these clinches over and over and over again.
Especially this round has been a really close round. If anything, that punch might be a difference from Roach. It was an eye-catching
Roach has
punch.
outlanded Cruz 15-7 in this round. Both of them economical in their output.
Cruz took a left hook right there, trying to go to the body.
Nice left hand by Roach.
That has been his money punch this fight.
This one
Let's
led
look
to the
back
point
at the
deduction.
point deduction here, round 7. Referee James Green had admonished Cruz often for holding, causing so many clinches.
You know, Roach needs to establish the jab. He just has to. And Cruz does what Cruz does, but it's just clinch after clinch after clinch.
Pitbull looks frustrated. You can read it on his face, but he lands a big left hook there.
On his back foot, which we rarely see. And Roach not throwing any punches, but putting on the pressure a little bit. Intelligent pressure. And there's a left hook by Roach as Cruz came in. Jab from Roach.
The body language totally changed for Roach.
And you can't say it enough. He's taking the crowd out of the fight.
Yeah.
They exploded there for a left hand.
And it's the footwork, it's the lateral movement, and there you can see Roach trying to be the matador.
Ole.
A minute left in the 10th. Another strong round for Lamont Roach Jr. as Cruz unable to get anything going. Rarely do we say it, but he's in cruise control now. He's not the offensive force we've seen. Another round that favors Lamont Roach Jr., although Cruz caught him there, and Cruz now unloading on Roach at the final seconds of the round, and Roach willing to stand his ground. He gets tagged with a left from Cruz. Roach has outlanded Cruz in every statistical department except body punches. Oh, and that was a little low. Left hook by Roach lands. And they exchange. Of course, they'll screen for anything Cruz attempts as they again, he's holding on to the arm of Roach. Will it be a successful debut at 140 pounds for former 130-pound champion Lamont Roach Jr.?
Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. Mientras Cruz estaba peleando su batalla para saltar a los círculos élite, Gervonta Davis estaba haciendo daño serio en el boxeo. Después de que Davis brutalmente acabó con Ryan García en 2023, la jerarquía del peso ligero cambió de la noche a la mañana, cuando Devin Haney subió a las 140 libras y dejó vacantes sus títulos. Davis fue elevado al campeón ligero principal oficial de la WBA. Esta promoción instantáneamente puso un objetivo en su espalda, sacando una nueva ola de contendientes hambrientos ansiosos por apoderarse del trono. El retador más vocal fue Frank Martin, un ex compañero de sparring que no era tímido sobre su historia. Martin alimentó el fuego al afirmar que previamente había lastimado a Davis durante sus sesiones de gimnasio, cuestionando el tan presumido poder del campeón. La intriga se enfocó en si las historias del gimnasio se traducirían a la realidad profesional. ¿Podría la velocidad y confianza técnica de Martin silenciar al campeón? ¿O Davis probaría que los highlights de sparring no significan nada bajo las luces brillantes? Fue la prueba definitiva de charla contra talento.
Incredible in that what was supposed to be a 50-50 fight against the then unbeaten Michel Rivera. He took Rivera to school, the biggest win of his career.
You can just sense it. Anything can happen in any given moment.
Yeah, you know,
Tank Davis fight. Oh, nice counter to the body by Davis. I get what you're saying, but
same here.
It's only round number 3.
Yeah, exactly, but you know,
there's a nice left hand from Davis, lead left hand.
And of course, you got Martin leading, taking those rounds, and again, like you said, Joe, he's doing all the right things. Volume, 1, 2, 3, back to the jab, moving to the side, not giving Davis any moments to get off.
Davis. Power punch is huge. Edge for Martin. Nice lead left lands for Davis. Goes downstairs.
That's smart of Tank to go to the body. You know, Frank Martin's very hard to hit to the head, and he landed some solid body shots on Frank Martin.
That was an arm punch also, breaking down the arms. Again, you can't get repetitive if you're Martin.
No way.
Davis is reading you.
Instantly, he'll respond there. The left hand. Now Davis beginning to open up. The crowd anticipating it. Martin, Davis saying, bring it. Of course he wants him to bring it. Take it down with the left.
Yeah, don't stay on the runs, Martin.
Frank Martin pulling some real magic tricks out of the corner there and off the ropes to avoid getting tagged by.
He's landed 49 total punches compared to Tank's 32, but as always, Tank.
Good jab by Frank Martin.
Yeah,
He's
really
been using
jab.
it very well tonight. At the right time, he's timing that jab well.
Uppercut, right hook.
I think Frank Martin's having a good round again this round.
This is a dance for Martin.
Nice straight left
one
pops
step ahead.
Davis, pops Martin.
Yeah, here we go. Here's Tank. There, the little slip and a little, left hand over the top. Yeah, he gets it back.
And that's how you get him off rhythm.
The best ever connect percentage against Tank Davis was Leo Santa Cruz, but Davis knocked him out. Tank Davis, but Davis is getting closer and closer with a minute and a half left in the first half of this 12-round affair. And Tank lands a chopping left hand as he's allowed to walk in uncontested.
Easy. But again, Martin just let out that jab. He's got to get back on the jab.
Oh, there's the jab and the left follow-up left from Davis. A rare combination in the early going. A minute left here in the first half of the fight.
So Davis, which was the left hand. And here's the jab, straight left. Now Frank.
Gotta be ahead on the scorecards just based on the output, right, guys?
I would not disagree with that, although Tank is having his best.
I know he does not want to open up. He doesn't want to give anything to Davis. But again, he has to keep him busy.
Oh, there's a left hand to the body and the right by Davis. Martin just avoiding that counter, but now Martin forced to wrestle, and the referee.
There's that look. That Frank missed that left hand. Tank countered with the left uppercut and then the right hook, or a straight left hand. He's
Single
looking
shots.
He's looking
There's a double jab left from Davis. Now Davis chopping down on Martin. Trying to create the angle. Oh, wow. Standing in front of Davis like that. High guard, dangerous. Davis misses with the lead left uppercut, but then follows up with another left hand. And Frank Martin forced to retreat on the back foot, but Martin unable to fire back.
Yeah, he's being more
building.
Yes, he's being more stationary now, Frank Martin.
And Davis has definitely muted the offense of Frank Martin for the first time in this fight. Davis is throwing more punches.
In that last session right there, Frank Martin covered up well.
Oh, counter left from Frank Martin that jolted Davis.
That's the counter he's been looking for.
Neither fighter has ever been down as a pro.
Martin.
Frank's hands dropped after that body shot.
And it opened up for that great left hand. Exactly. It's been Davis's best round in terms of offensive output, just missing with the left, and it's on cue. It's round 7. It begins. Martin still has a slight advantage in terms of total punches landed, but the gap is closing, and Davis double left hand.
Martin's got to stay out of the corners if he wants to stay in this fight.
We haven't seen body work from Martin. I want to see that left to the body.
Oh, left uppercut. Here's the corner. Frank should not be in there. We were talking about that. He's just setting himself up for big trouble here. There's the uppercut, and there's the left hand. Wow. Once he stunned him with that uppercut.
Isaac Cruz versus Omar Salcido Gómez. En julio de 2025, la división superligera se encendió cuando Isaac Cruz chocó con Omar Salcido en una pelea definida por intensidad cruda. Fue el escenario definitivo de fuerza imparable contra objeto inamovible, enfrentando a un cazador implacable contra un inteligente general del ring. Cruz llegó con su reputación como una bola de demolición humana. Conocido por su guardia alta sofocante y poder aplastante, estaba peleando como un hombre intentando terminar la noche con cada gancho. Para Cruz, no se trataba de puntos, se trataba de romper la voluntad de su oponente. Salcido, sin embargo, representaba una pesadilla táctica. Como un veterano curtido en batalla, su juego estaba construido sobre interrupción. Se especializaba en neutralizar agresión, usando amarres inteligentes y contragolpes angulados para convertir un intercambio de fuego en una batalla pesada. ¿Podría la astucia veterana de Salcido sobrevivir a la furia del pitbull?
Isaac Cruz, the pitbull, comes out and does what the pitbull does. Attack.
He gets after it right away. Going.
Yeah, when they asked him, are you concerned about the new opponent, Omar Salcido? You didn't get ready for his style. Listen, I'm ready. And he fights anyone, anytime, and he fights the same way. I'm loving pitbull right now.
Salcido saw it as an opportunity. Fighter out of it. Hermosillo Sonora says, this may not come around again. I have to take my shot.
I mean, look at Manny Pacquiao's story. You mentioned it. Came out of vacation and
movement. Don't stay still. Don't stay stationary, because that overhand right that just missed right now by Cruz will land.
That's right to the body.
Typically for Isaac Cruz, the double jab. He gets in close, and there's the body shot.
Pitbull questioned the professionalism, the balls, if you will, of Fierro.
Yeah, absolutely, because he believes that it was an intentional missing weight and lack of weight loss from his fighter. But look, I saw him at the press conference on Thursday. Nice shot. And I said, how's he going to make weight? And he didn't. He couldn't.
Too worried, too concerned about the body shots, and boom. Overhand right or left to the head. There it is. He tried it.
Yeah. Good defense, though, from Salcido. But then he paid the price by bringing his hands up, and he got caught downstairs.
Someone that used this aggression to his benefit was Rayo Valenzuela. So you got to be smart. You know, if Cruz.
Boxing has proven to be cruel of late. People believed in Mike Tyson. We saw what happened there. Julio Cesar Chavez. Look, boxing takes that. Will it be Manny Pacquiao or will it be Mario Barrios defeating a legend in our main event? Right now, it's Isaac Cruz landing big, powerful shots like that overhand right on late season in against a buzzsaw with no compassion.
He even got me, Cruz, when I say that. I was looking at that shot, and I thought he was going to throw a body shot, and he came and fooled me as well. So good shot that Salcido took to the head.
You can really see up close the strength in Pitbull's legs. He may be diminutive in size, but he is able to, as you see right there, shift and really load up on these power shots. Being a complete fighter is not just an inside brawler. He's a combination puncher. He can box like he showed against Tank Davis. His grandfather, Memo Cruz, was a featherweight in the late 1960s, scored wins over future world champions Pepino Cuevas, Alfredo Escalera, and his dad and trainer, Isaac Sr.
Oh, that body shot was hurt.
He fought the...
Yeah, what helps Cruz a lot is the fact that he's so small. He's got the tight guard. He always goes slow, and so it's hard to hit him.
He can't looping right, just behind the guard of Pitbull, but it didn't land cleanly, partially blocked. That's the difference between and the warnings from Mark Nelson, the third man in the ring, for holding against Salcido.
Oh, he's starting to break it down now. He always finds success with the overhand right because guess what? The opponent's going to try to get away. He said work to the body, open up the guard and come on top. He's jabbing to the body. There it is, the overhand left now.
You know, it's so easy to see why he's so beloved by the Mexican fan base. He doesn't talk a lot of trash. He doesn't try to boast. He's just solid, workmanlike, dangerous.
A fall fighter, and you know already, you master how to get in the inside, double jab, shuffle your way inside, 2 steps, 3 steps, and overhand right. I mean, that's what...
He looks a lot sharper tonight than he did in that victory over Angel Fierro earlier this year. That was a back-and-forth war. Fierro was bigger, and he was certainly game. But there's
Getting a bump.
I'm sure he is.
You know who I want to give us a bump of knowledge here?
Who's that?
Joe Goosen. Joe, as a trainer, would you be happy with what you've seen so far from Isaac Cruz against the late replacement?
Now, and look, I can't blame the guy. He came in late. He wasn't ready for Isaac Cruz to get in there, but he took the...
It could put you to sleep.
It is true.
That's the conundrum. That's a nice combination there from Pitbull. Let's see what Salcido comes back with.
This is not the fight that he's going to win, and he went on survival mode.
Ooh, that's a nice slapping right hook. Pitbull says it landed once. Will it land twice? Why not?
I really think Fierro pulling out in the way he did and the way Cruz interpreted that pulling out, it's kind of fighting with a chip on his shoulder tonight. You can see
A stern talking to is what we call that. And Pitbull says, you do the talking, I'll do the punching.
I was just going to say, you know what that means? He's not going to be able to hold, so guess what? He's about to take a beating.
He should give you that little energy that we saw from Pitbull. Oh, that's a nice right hand that hurt him, yes.
big body shots opening up that right hand upstairs for Pitbull.
I like Cruz right there. He knew that Salcido couldn't hold anymore, and he went for it. He said, the ref is right there. Go for it. I dare you to hug me.
He's icing him up, physically knowing where he was, and then going for it.
And he's showing, he's kind of showing no respect for the punching power of Salcido, who really hasn't given him a reason to do that just yet.
Here's There's the holding from Salcido.
I like how Cruz changed the punches there. He saw that the overhand rights weren't landing anymore. He went for the body and then the uppercut.
Pitbull landed more body shots than Salcido landed total punches against him, but instead he's got to continue fighting 6 more minutes. And Admiral, I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but psychologically you come in with one plan, one preparation. How big a difference are these last 6 minutes?
Oh, you know what?
Body work from Pitbull.
Just brutal body work with these lead left hooks. Down before he explodes upwards. Really gets that extension right there with the right hand.
I'm telling you, like a little Mike Tyson. That's what Mike Tyson used to do. He was pissed wild in the last combination. He's not doing what the corner told him. Straight to the body, straight punches, feints. We're not seeing that.
Ooh, nice left hook there from Cruz. Look, I know Salcido lost to Andy Cruz and Jose Nunez, but he's got another. Pitbull just leaned in so much that if Salcido's smarting, picks him up with the uppercut. Salcido needs to bite down when the Pitbull goes to work, because El Perro de Casa, the Pitbull, is ready to put in some work here.
So if I were Cruz, I was like, no, don't take the put.
Vicious overhand right. It's been the left that's been doing damage this round, and now he has to hold on and take the knockdown. Put his glove on the canvas. On his feet.
Look, it was all power punches from Pitbull late. You see the 4-punch combination, the voluntary late knee from Salcido. But what we said, credit to Salcido's will and chin for going the distance in what ultimately was a showcase for the explosiveness of Isaac Pitbull Cruz. The left hook, the right hand follow. It was 3- and 4-punch combinations.
Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. Después de un silencioso 2024, Gervonta Davis regresó en 2025 con algo que demostrar, enfrentando a Lamont Roach Jr. en un choque que prometía ser su prueba más agotadora hasta ahora. A diferencia del ascenso meteórico de Davis, el camino de Roach fue definido por esfuerzo y oportunidades apenas perdidas. Después de una desgarradoramente cerrada derrota por el título contra Jamel Herring en 2019, pasó 4 años peleando para regresar a la contienda. Finalmente, alcanzó la cima al destronar a Héctor García, usando un clínico empuje en los rounds tardíos para asegurar la corona superpluma. Ahora subiendo para enfrentar a Tank, trajo el impulso de un hombre que sabía exactamente cómo superar las probabilidades. El enfrentamiento fue un estudio de contrastes. El estrellato explosivo de Davis contra la astucia veterana ganada con esfuerzo de Roach. El mundo sintonizó para ver si el espíritu de no favorito de Roach podría producir un milagro más.
Trunks, and he is the one to sell out arenas, coast.
Well, he's not known to be that guy in the early rounds, but obviously, yes, his power is just that.
And yet, it's interesting. Before every Tank fight, always go back, watch tape. Those early days, my goodness, was he a beast in those first rounds. But it's low output, high accuracy. Both of them are styling and profiling with their ring fits here tonight. First championship glory. Up for grabs, Roach given special permission to move 5 pounds. Southpaw against orthodox, Roach in the center of the ring.
Yeah, Tank, I mean, war fighter, but Tank does not like to get hit, and that's why he doesn't start as fast. He's waiting for the right moment.
Roach and not doing anything with it. Missing with the right, the defense on display. There's Tank Davis utilizing the instructions from his corner, Barry Hunter, utilizing his feet much more here in round 3. Dropped in round 2, so again, it's not a catch-22, but it can be a catch-22 when it comes to fighting Tank Davis.
It's just not getting greedy, yeah.
There it is. I mean, again, they're early stage of the fight where fighters pick up rounds against Davis.
Yeah, those right hands that Roach landed in that second round, yes.
Tank's starting to open up a little bit here.
There's a lead left in their body work from Davis. setting up again, setting the trap. We saw it against Rolly Romero here in Brooklyn.
Tank Davis, he fought low. He fought really low with his high guard, and he got in. But Roach is standing too straight.
Mario Barrios also had a good start. That was at 140. Again, but how did those fights all end, guys? With Davis victories, usually a knockout. He saw Cruz, one of two fighters to go the distance, the first to go 12 rounds, and not to take away from the win, but halfway through the fight.
A lot of chess still being played between these two at close range.
It's a tactical fight so far.
Oh, there's a combination for Roach. Davis dropping levels.
And continuing to pound to that body with the left hand.
Into the body again with the left and the right that time. And now flashing some of his speed. Final 60 seconds. Remember what I did to you with the teenagers? And there it is. Series of left hands. And now Roach is talking back. Okay.
This is where Roach has to be careful getting off of his game plan.
Yeah, he got to his head already. By him answering back, you know that's
shoulder thrust. As we are in the 6th round, let's see what happens, because the words are being thrown at each other. Let's see if the punches start being thrown, and yes, they do.
He's throwing a lot more. That left is landing. That straight left.
Of course, another comparison I don't want to make to Mike Tyson, but
that's the last thing we need.
yeah. There's a counter left by Davis.
And a stiff one at that.
And you're right, that could definitely play a part here. Right now, there's Davis with that lead foot on the outside, able to put that left hand down the middle. Another left hand.
Davis is starting to heat up here.
Yeah, keeping this fight in the center of the ring. I like that.
Where have we seen this before? 45 seconds left in the 6th. There's Davis, lands the left. The trip up from Capitol Heights, Maryland. Okay, Davis now. Showmanship, gamesmanship.
Haven't seen that up to this point.
But we've shown, and then again, we talked about it already, but since the loss to Herring has shown more aggression and power. Again, at 130 pounds, not the level of caliber of a Davis, but man, he got it done. 6 knockdowns in 6 fights, 3 knockouts.
How nasty was the speed of that counter shot? It was like a shovel uppercut coming back from Tank.
Davis leading with the left. Right hook. Trying to come forward, but unable to launch an attack. And now the pressure and the punches from Davis. Coming back, goes to the body, lands the right hand upstairs. Oh, good left by Davis, although it was caught off the glove. Nice right hook by Davis, but hey, Roach took good steam off the punch. At a time when we're not used to seeing challengers do well against Gervonta Tank Davis.
Roach has thrown twice as many punches as Davis this round so far.
Changes.
And yet only landing him by 3 thus far. Oh, good. Solid shot there, Davis. Oh, there's a right hook to the body by Davis, ripping that right hand. And then Roach rips a left hook to the body. Good stuff here in round 7. Defense from Roach, good feint. Double jab through the guard. Oh, great evasion, and then Davis looking to go to the body with the left hand, but the jab remains a constant for Roach. And
betting odds in favor of Davis, and that's going to happen when you're on the run that he is. But those in boxing knew that Roach was going to be as tough, a stiff test, and I think Tank's team knew the same thing. They know him well. They know what they're up against. And Roach is faring well for himself here.
The jab is a very effective weapon here in the 8th.
He's got to be careful because it almost seems like Tank is waiting for him to throw the right hand and counter.
To uncoil that left hand. Oh, there it is. And Davis just got backed up with a counter right from Roach.
And boom. He counter-punched Tank Davis.
He's earning Davis's respect. That counter right backing Davis up. And there's a left uppercut that lands for Roach. Davis digs to the body. Looking to become a simultaneous 2-division champion, looking to pull off the upset.
Okay, remember the last time I've seen Tank take this many clean punches in one round.
He's getting
especially in round 8. The unofficial scorecard of Larry hazard. Well, Roach is closing the gap.
That's a generous call from the
Did he not take a knee?
He did take a knee.
And again, wow, okay.
I thought he had hurt his hand. Did he not take the mouthpiece to come out?
And that's what I
Oh,
thought.
here comes Davis. Davis exploding.
Roach eating some big shots and coming right back.
A minute and a half left in what has been an eventful ninth. Instead, he exploded, and Roach took the shots and fired back some of his own.
Oh, Roach has to be careful. Tank loading up big here.
Tank unloading lefts and rights. Roach doing a pretty good job of deflecting some of these shots. Short left hand from Roach. Counter right hand lands by the challenger.
How good he's looking in this fight so far. 10th round, and he's pushing Tank Davis back. The right hand is landing.
Wherever this fight goes from here for Lamont Roach, he has earned his respect.
Stunning affairs here in round 10, where Roach has landed 8 of 26. Another body shot by Davis, but the counter from Roach is there, and it's effective.
Just when David catches him with the body shot, Roach comes back with the uppercut. And now pushing Tank Davis back.
Roach has doubled the output and the connects of Tank this round.
Oh, beautiful body shot by Davis. And according to our unofficial scorer, Larry Hazard, he has Davis up by 2 points. He's given 4 rounds, I believe, to Roach.
You feel like it could be that same Scott
The other way, absolutely. All right, championship rounds are here. Davis in a championship fight. Again, he saw Cruz, the only man to go 12 full rounds with him, and that's when Davis hurt his left hand. Well, Lamont Roach Jr. looking to hurt Davis's pride. He's the first fighter, Roach, to land more total punches than Tank through 10 complete rounds. Already a moral victory. Junior lightweight champion Lamont Roach Jr., who continues to attack Tank Davis.
That's a tremendous stat. And oh, by the way, guess who doesn't look like a 130-pounder tonight?
in Game of Thrones fashion, because this Game of Thrones is getting interesting here.
Ooh.
Oh, another right hand, another right left by Roach. Exchanging fire with Davis and having success, Abner Mares.
Listen, you have a right hand, and then he's well aware to not let Tank Davis land that left.
Nice combination from Davis. Another. Well, welcome to the WAC with 40 seconds left here in the 11th round, but Lamont Roach Jr. more than proving that he earned this opportunity, guys, and making the most of it right now. Will it end up with him being crowned a champion? We've got just over a round left.
Yes, division champion.
Simultaneous one, although Davis fighting on even terms here in the 11th. Both of them have landed. Never know, but here we go. 2+ minutes left in the fight.
Oh, the pressure on those ringside judges in this one. Wow. Still talking to Tank.
And Davis eats the body shot. And another left hook upstairs, right hand. Left, oh, but there's a counter left from Davis. And then Roach lands another jab on Davis.
Wow, Roach has to keep doing that.
Exactly. A minute and a half left in this fight. And the way Lamont Roach Jr. is fighting, he could very well be on the verge of being crowned a champion in a second weight class.
And this is how close their fights as amateurs were.
Roach said the familiarity. He knows Tank's tells. He knows his weaknesses. It's one thing to say.
Entonces, ¿quién ganaría una potencial revancha entre Gervonta Davis e Isaac Cruz? Si esta segunda guerra alguna vez se vuelve realidad, podría ser el tipo de enfrentamiento del que la gente habla por décadas. Tank contra Pitbull 2 es una colisión de puro poder explosivo contra presión implacable y sofocante. Un hombre calcula el golpe perfecto, mientras el otro fuerza una pelea donde no hay ningún lugar para esconderse. Y eso es lo que lo hace tan fascinante, porque puedes hacer un caso real para ambos. El IQ Elite y la precisión de contragolpeo de Davis finalmente apartarán a Cruz para siempre, o la agresión sin parar y mandíbula de granito del Pitbull eventualmente romperán el ritmo del campeón. Esta podría ser la pelea del año en el momento en que sea anunciada.